Evening, guys. We go again. Let's talk all about Euros. We move. Hello and welcome back, everybody. Hope you're all well and as excited as we are. Euros is back. Euros is finally upon us after a very, very mental 2 years. Year and a half. But after the lockdown, after the COVID, football could be coming home. I'm joined today by Lee and Dan. How are we all? Lee, I'll go to you first, mate. Repping the England shirt, I can see. How we doing?
Thanks, mate. 3 lions on the shirt. Football's coming home again. Southgate's the one.
That's what I love to
roll
hear.
on Sunday.
Yeah, can't wait, mate. Danny, mate, obviously all jabbed up like myself. How you feeling, mate? You okay?
Yeah, mate. Obviously got the first vaccine today, didn't we? So, we move about that. We move. Why did I say we move? I don't like the word we move. We move.
Everyone's into it now.
It's just drummed in. But
it is. It's just part of it. But yeah, we're just going to be talking about Euros. We're going to be going over the groups, how we think they're going to turn out, who's going to qualify, who's going to win, and who's going to bow out, who's going to be the underdog and stuff like that, who will get the golden boot. But yeah, we'll get the ball rolling. We'll start with the first group, Group A. So what I've done my predictions, which I'm gonna share to the screen, and then I'm gonna see how Danny and Lee play out. And obviously, anyone that's viewing in, just let us know your thoughts on whether you think we're wrong, whether you disagree with some of the things. So Group A, I've gone for Italy first. I've gone for Switzerland second, Wales third. I'm kind of maybe being harsh, and Turkey fourth. Although Turkey have got a good team. I don't know. I don't think they've got enough to sort of beat those opponents. Lee, you're right behind me, so I'll go to you first, mate. How do you think this is going to play out?
Oh, I don't want to be behind you, son. I completely agree with Italy top in that group. They've been in very good sort of international form last 20 games or so. I think they look good to me. I think they could be the underdogs of this year's Euros for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think second will be it's any of them really, except for the rest of them. Turkey, like you said, have got some good players. Switzerland, always dark horses as well. For some reason, they seem to do all right until they face the big boys. Wales, I think Wales are going to flop. I can't see it myself.
So you're turning this around. So for Lee, I'm going to jot this down as well in case we forget. I mean, we can always look back, but so you're putting Wales below. Yeah. Am I right in that? Yeah. Or are you putting Turkey up there as well? Obviously, Italy, you've said, are the underdogs, so they're going to top it. So
Do you know what? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go Turkey above Switzerland.
Not a bad shot. I want us to be different anyway, to be fair. I actually want it to be a bit different.
Do you know what?
I don't want us all to have the same prediction.
Flop.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, no one likes Gareth Bale, do they? But yeah, okay. So you're going Italy first, Turkey second, Switzerland third, Wales fourth. That's quite. I mean, it is a tough group. It's a tougher group than what you'd expect it to be because Turkey have got more talent than what most people expect. Maybe because we don't watch them. But yeah, that would be an interesting one. Luckily, I mean, it doesn't really affect England. We don't play them until later on if we do. Danny, do you agree with Lee?
I agree with Italy top for sure. You'd be stupid not to. I'm going to go with Switzerland in second, Turkey in third, Wales in fourth. So I'm going to swap the Turkey and Switzerland around.
Yeah. So you've. I'm glad you've agreed with me because Lottie's saying here. Evening to you, Lottie, G, Sam, of course, and Dean all tuned in already. Love to see it. Turkey are looking great. Then you're mad. To be fair, they do look good. But I just think Italy's different kettle. I don't know how to pronounce his name, and you know what I'm like with pronunciations. I'll probably leave. Yeah, but Immobile, I think his name is. If I've said that right, then I doubt I have. But yeah, he looks different class, and Italy have just always underperformed. I think this is a year where they can actually achieve something. I wouldn't be surprised if they get to the semis realistically. But yeah, it's a tough one to call. We'll go straight over. Just before we do, let's look at the comments. Dean, Group A looks good. Group B, I think Denmark gets second behind Belgium. Yeah, that's a tough one. We're just about to touch on that. Southgate, you're the one. It's coming home, boy. But yeah, so I've gone Belgium, Russia, Denmark, Finland. I've got family in Denmark, so I'm probably just being harsh on them in the case that, you know, I don't. I'm probably just being a bit of a prick. But yeah, to me, I don't really care out of those three who comes below Belgium, because I don't think they'll get any far anyway. Obviously, Belgium's the big fish in the pond sort of thing. But Danny, I'll go to you first this time.
Yeah, like we said just before we come on air, then we spoke about this group quickly. There's no arguments about first place. You know, Belgium. I think Belgium will go on to do really well in the competition, depending who they face along the way. I agree with what's there: first, second, third, and fourth. I look at Russia, and I think they'll probably just fight their way to second place.
Yeah, they seem to score a lot of goals out of nowhere as well. Maybe just because they're fucking tough bastards, but I don't know.
I think the first and fourth are definitely right. Finland will finish bottom. There's no doubt about it. And it's a case between Russia and Denmark. I just think Russia just might top it for me.
I think Russia will score more goals as well. That's the thing. I think Russia would definitely score more goals, which may work in favour, because I can see Belgium beating all three of them. I think Belgium will fly by with 9 points with ease. Russia may get 2 wins out of Denmark and Finland, but Denmark are you can't predict their game. I feel like they just shine out of nowhere sometimes, Denmark. And Finland, I mean, I only know the one player, which is the obvious one, who obviously shined for Norwich and seems to sort of deliver for them as well. But yeah, I'm going to go with that and stick with it. Kingman Kingham, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, I ain't really got any, mate. Pretty much echo what you boys are saying. Belgium will probably fly through. I think Lukaku probably could even get the golden boot just from that group alone. Yeah, Russia, just horrible bastards, didn't they? They'll scrap their way to second. Yeah. Denmark's shining light has always been Christian Eriksen. Easy past it these days. Finland, don't know anything about them. Other than
Pukki, it's a bit of.
You start that a bit of Pukki, you're in trouble. My opinion.
It's annoying. Yeah, it's annoying to see, isn't it? When you see the group, like we're going to go on to a really tough group in a minute. But when you see that sort of group, Belgium have had it quite easy. But yeah, let's move on. So I've gone for Group C. I've gone Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia. Like, look at that. Even Netherlands again. They've somehow got away with that group. Ukraine back in the day, maybe they used to be, you know, a bit of an achiever, but to me, I just find that baffling. When you look at the sort of groups that there are, how have Netherlands got away with this? Do you disagree with anything, Lee?
No, I mean, I think Netherlands. I think they're going to flop after this group. I just don't rate them at all. I think their manager, Frank de Boer, terrible.
Yeah. A lot of people say this, don't they? Yeah.
Van Dijk's a big miss. But I still think they're safe from that group, because Ukraine. I mean, unless you can pull out Shevchenko and Rebrov back from the dead. Austria again. North Macedonia. Who are they? It's easy pickings for Netherlands.
What a comment from G. Up the North Macedonia.
It's easy pickings for Netherlands.
Yeah,
I think we all do. We love an underdog, don't we? Who doesn't love an underdog story? They're my second team. Go on. The thing is,
while we're talking about Netherlands as well, just while we're on this group, before I go to you, Danny, what about Van der Beek? I mean, what a crap season he's had. He's barely been played for United. What a waste of money and a waste of a season for him. He could have quite easily been on loan somewhere or God knows what. And then he's ruled out for the Euros. Do you think he'd have made a difference, or do you think it's just...
I think so. I think he would have done.
Yeah. Good player,
isn't he? That tells you all about Netherlands squad then, doesn't it? If he's going to
it does. It does.
We got your Wijnaldum. He's still playing, isn't he?
Yeah, got Wijnaldum, Memphis. Still got some good players there. Quincy Promise, Delit.
Touching on Wijnaldum quickly.
The Barcelona geezer. Still got some good players, but I just think they got a terrible manager.
Yeah, I think Danny was about touching it. Yeah, he's signed for PSG. What did you make of that, Lee?
Well, congratulations to PSG. They've got themselves one hell of a player.
Definitely.
Gutted to lose him, but it's what it is.
Yeah, because there was rumours with him with Barcelona, Bayern, and then all of a sudden he's ended up in the League One.
So PSG, apparently PSG offered double the money. So why wouldn't you go there?
They do like a player like that, don't they? Like they do like going for someone sort of that's got that experience in the Premier League, heading retire. And Wijnaldum's, I just think he's going to be so hard to replace. But yeah, that's a talk for another time. Danny, any thoughts on that Group C, mate? Or do you think it is as...
No, Group C looks all right to me. It's the other group that you've done that one for a laugh, mate. I think, but we'll move on to that group because Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria, and North Macedonia. I think that's about right. It's this group that I want to talk about.
I think you're being harsh. I know exactly what you're talking about here as well. I think you're being very, very harsh. But yeah, before we go on to it, let's look at the comments because I feel like you've got a debate tonight. I hope we finish second, but that's only as I don't fancy playing any of Germany. But then if we finish second, we end up playing Spain if Spain win their group or Poland.
Joe, so it's you want to win the competition, you got to beat the best. Who cares?
It doesn't matter. This is what I was about to say. It doesn't matter where we finish. You finish first or second in the group. You're gonna end up playing a world class team. No matter if you want to win the competition, you're gonna play them either in the last 16, the quarters, the semis, or the final.
And Lottie said, Group C, totally agree. Group D, I'd rather English finish second below Croatia. Round 16 looks awful. Well, she's just echoing what Dean said. But let's go on to it.
Yeah, it does look awful, but
it doesn't matter, does it? If you want to win,
you've got to beat them to win, haven't you? You're there to win.
Big games. I want to see England playing in the big games, just like with Champions League draws. When people get Champions League draws, I want them to get the big teams. I don't want to be playing your Portos and all that.
Yeah.
Same with England. I want them to get big
Danny,
games.
I'll go to you. Actually, Lee, I'll go to you first because I already know what Danny's going to change here. So, Lee, I'll go to you. What do you think on terms of Group D? I've gone for England, then Scotland and Croatia, then Czech Republic. But that's only because I believe Scotland are the underdogs this year. I know they only just about qualified, right? I get that. Danny, this is an Arsenal Tottenham. Chill out. I get that they only just qualified. But they've got some great players there. They've got McTominay, which I know Scott, when he watches, would be talking about. They've got McGinn. I think he's class. And we know what they've got out on the left flank, Tierney and Robertson. And, I mean, I'm not saying Che Adams is the best in the world, but he's not a bad player to play up top. And I think Croatia, their age ratio is what? Must be about 29, 30. They're all ancient. I honestly believe Scotland would do it. But, Lee, your thoughts, mate?
Thing is, Scotland, I like the personality of the team. I like some of their players. I like Robertson, Tierney, McGinn, people like that. They are very likeable footballers and the personality traits they have. I thought it was brilliant when they qualified and all their celebrations were fantastic to watch. But, I saw a joke Gaza made in the week, like, what do you call a Scotsman in the second round of the FA Cup? A referee. They never do it. They always flop. They're going out in the groups. There's no way they're finishing above Croatia. Croatia always turn up in these tournaments lately. They'll be second. We'll top it because we're going to win it.
Okay, so
fourth for me.
So you're going Croatia above. Sorry. Let's get this sorted out. Czech Republic to the bottom. Right, Danny, I mean, I already know how this is going to go. I'm guessing you agree with Lee.
So,
surely.
If you're putting, boys,
I think he's putting Czech Republic above Scotland.
I honestly think it's going to be Croatia first, us in second, Czech Republic in third, Scotland fourth.
So that was Lee's. Sorry, I just had to check that. So that was Lee's. And Danny, you're actually putting Scotland at the very bottom. I think you're being absolutely harsh there.
Czech Republic have got some all right players. You've got Thomas Suchek.
And Croatia, I think will finish above us. I think we'll come second.
Yeah. I don't think Croatia is the game to worry about, though. This is the thing with me.
Us on Sunday.
I think the game to honestly really, really worry about is Arsenal, is England, Scotland.
Yeah, I've said the same thing.
Because of just the whole England-Scotland.
Yeah, I think Scotland are a real underdog, and we'll touch on underdogs in a bit. But
the only thing that Scotland want, they'll just want to beat England. They'll just want to beat, even if they go out, they'll just want to beat England, 100%.
Yeah, guys, anyone that's tuned in, if you haven't already, smash that like button, hit the subscribe if you're new or if you haven't already. But yeah, I mean, this is the one we realistically got our eyes on, isn't it? And like you said, finishing second isn't the end of the world.
Doesn't matter where we finish, as long as we finish first or second.
But yeah, Spain could be just as hard as Portugal. Let's be honest. What we got here. So Dean said Scotland
beat Spain quite recently, though, didn't we?
Can you compare the two though? The two games you can't. I don't think you can compare them.
No, I guess not. But
maybe third best. No good striker. Scotland not enough firepower to get through. Yeah, Scotland will play at their skin against us, no doubt. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're just gonna. It wouldn't surprise me if Czech Republic absolutely batter them, and then they just come at us and.
I will back us to play. I will back us to turn up for that as well. I think.
All right, so this is where it gets.
This is an interesting group.
Yeah, this is where it gets interesting because this affects us, right? So this affects us because if we finish second, we play the winner of this group here. So Spain, Poland, Sweden, Slovakia. So I've gone for Spain. Whereas if we finish first, we play second of the group next. But yeah, I've gone for Spain, Poland, Sweden, Slovakia. I think Lewandowski would just do a job for Poland. Personally, I'm not even saying that he carries them, but I honestly think once he's in the squad, he can deliver. Sweden are good. Like obviously, we played them in the World Cup a couple of years back. I remember watching that nice little 2-0 win. So, and Slovakia, I'll be honest, I don't really know too much about. But for me, that's surely going to be the running. Lee, what do you think, mate?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Slovakia, they still got Martin Skirtle at the back. Yeah, Sweden, I think they were even trying to get Zlatan back out of retirement, weren't they?
Yeah, what happened there? What actually happened there?
They must be desperate trying to get a fucking 50-year-old striker back out of retirement.
You'll probably still do a job for him as well.
Yeah, Poland, as you said, then Lewandowski, I can't even say his name now. Lewandowski.
You're getting like me.
Probably the best player in the fucking world the last year or two. The goals he's banged in. He's one of the best players in the world. So
yeah, Dean just said there he got injured. I thought he must have got injured because I did read that he was coming back.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They were trying to get him back, and he got injured. Otherwise, he'd be there.
Chesney in goal, mate. What a bowler! He's a good goalkeeper as well.
Yeah, he's not bad. Yeah, Spain. Spain have got the right team.
Yeah.
They brought in Laporte. They brought in Laporte at the back to shore him up.
What do you think about them leaving out Ramos? Obviously, they've left out a few players that were, and it was
fine without him.
Yeah, it was read that it was one of Spain's worst teams in years, which I think was very harsh. Because they've
still got some very good. They're still a very strong squad. They've still got the likes of Thiago in midfield.
Yeah,
I think they might lack a bit of pace going forward. Maybe they're still playing Sergio Busquets. Like runs through concrete, don't he?
I like that runs through concrete.
Yeah, they'll top the group for me, but I don't think they'll win it. They'll win the tournament.
Here's a good comment.
I agree with your standings.
Good stuff. Before we go on to Dan, are you shocked Spain picked no Madrid players? I'm not really. Are you boys? I think a lot of them are quite. A lot of them are getting on a bit, aren't they? And I think the ones that aren't getting on are. I don't know. I wasn't too shocked, to be honest. While we're on that note, actually, I won't share something else. I'll share it later on the amount of players that were picked per team. I've got something to share after this because I don't want to switch things around. But yeah, I wasn't too shocked about that. I don't look into it as much as well. Oh, you haven't picked this many. Just because it's Real Madrid doesn't mean they should play every year or every 2 years in a tournament. That's the way I see it. I think people expect that. The badge doesn't mean that you're bigger than anyone else. Do you get what I mean? And I'm quite glad that he's relied on people like Laporte. Look at him; he's barely played all season. I reckon he'll probably leave this summer, if I'm honest. Like he hasn't played, has he? But he's still being picked. So maybe that's why people have looked at Ramos and thought, "What the heck? Like, why the hell is he not going?"
Yeah, he's obviously a massive influence as well. It's a strange one. I think that maybe that could be Spain's. It could then turn out to be Spain's downfall. Really, sometimes these managers try to be a bit too revolutionary, and it ends up shooting themselves in the foot for it. So. Yeah,
I'm just looking at their squad while we're talking. So their forwards are Morata.
Sergio's one that stands out for me. I mean, just because of the experience and the leadership.
So their forwards are quite surprised. Like you look at their forwards, right? So they've got Morata, Moreno, Oyarzabal. I'm just gonna try and pronounce that.
Jesus Christ, Morata.
And then Pedri. He's quite good.
Yeah, he's a youngster, isn't he?
Yeah, he's quite good. But then the midfield, you got Thiago, Busquets, Koke, and then Llorente. Olmo. The midfield is unreal. Rodri, of course, Fabian, Ferran Torres, who's been unreal for City. I think like what a bargain for 20 mil. And then Adama Traore. The fact that Adama Traore is getting in there, I'm shocked by that personally. When you look at how Spain used to be years ago, you'd never expect him to get in. And then
I'm not too shocked. Great plan B option off the bench.
Yeah, great. Yeah, good comment. And then you got the defense. Jose, I'm going to say Gaya. I'm guessing it's not pronounced as that. Jordi Alba, Torres, Laporte, of course. Eric Garcia, so happy for him. Diogo Llorente, who plays for Leeds, and then Azpilicueta. So it's like they've got good players in there. But
yeah, so how does Eric Garcia getting over Sergio Ramos?
This is the big question. This is the big question.
He's played one. I think he made one appearance this season. Last game of the season.
Yeah.
That's about always playing it.
Yeah, exactly. But Danny, in terms of that group, Group D, what are you thinking? If I
was gonna be different, I would say Poland would finish above Spain, only because I think Poland might get a result against Spain.
I reckon you're just trying to stir the pot here. I reckon you're just trying to be different.
That's what I'm saying. If I was to be different, it could happen. I think that would be the only difference is when Poland play Spain. I think Poland might pick up
big game. That'll be. We'll go into the results at the end, and we'll just get some quick prediction for the results. This group's I can't believe. I feel sorry. Like I said, I was tuning in to Holly's channel earlier because Albert was on there, and I wanted to check it out. And they were discussing the Euros. Great show. But yeah, and I looked at this and I thought, imagine being Hungarian and supporting them and just looking at this. And then you look at the groups, and then you look at the other groups. Like we've just seen Netherlands, Belgium having the run of their lives, like against easy. I'm not going to say easy because that's being harsh, but how can you have France, Portugal, and Germany in one fucking competition? And it's meant to be easy. It's meant to be fair. This is not fair. No way, shape, or form. Because I know there's potential for a third place team to go through, but I do not believe it will be in this competition because it's going to be based on goal difference and stuff. And I personally think, so I've gone with France, Portugal, Germany, Hungary, and I don't think Germany will score many goals if they get knocked out. I think the only way they're going to perform is if they score. Because I think at the back, I just don't trust them. I think they rely too much on. But yeah, like someone's just said in a comment, which I'll bring up in a minute. France, I think, are a given. I think they're easily the favourites to win it. Portugal and Germany. Portugal, their midfield, I was looking at it the other night and I just thought, how can you have that for a midfield? Like, what an absolute disgusting midfield to be up against. Not even just Fernandez. Like, he's just icing on the cake. They've got Carvalho, Neves, Guedes, even Moutinho. Even Moutinho, I think, is a cracking player. I'd probably have him in the England midfield with bloody Henderson injured at the moment. But you have the squads in front of you. Did Germany take the young boy? Here we go. Lloydie's back in. But yeah, I just think it's and Bernardo Silva. You can't forget about him as well. And their forwards. Portugal have got to be second for me. Germany.
Not the same Germany, are they?
No, I just don't. I don't think they have it. They're not Germany they've been for a while. Like, when was the last time they actually really succeeded like Germany used to? I can't even remember.
They lost someone really embarrassing recently as well, didn't they? I can't remember.
Yeah, like they won the other night 7-1 against Latvia, but there's things you do against Latvia and there's things you do against the bigger fish. But Lee, you agreeing, or do you think Germany will perhaps cause a stir, because I'm being a bit harsh there. I don't think they'd be as surprised to sort of finish above Portugal. But what's your thoughts, mate?
I don't know. I think it's too close to call. Obviously, Hungary I think, they're easily going to be bottom. I think their fans will just enjoy the fact they're going to be playing against 3 big teams.
Yeah, they can't even watch it either.
Even no matter what their group, they would never have any ambition of going past the group stage. They're just happy to be there.
Yeah, imagine that. You get play them sort of teams and the fans can't even fucking go.
I think France will definitely get 1 of the 2 spots. I think their squad and first 11 is just an absolute dream.
Yeah.
Every position, especially even with Benzema back. We've got Benzema back now. He's better than Giroud. He's a massive upgrade on Giroud. Him and Mbappe banging in the goals. You've got Kante sweeping up in midfield. It's just an absolute dream. Portugal and Germany, I think, is a tough one to call because I think they both have their weak spots. Portugal seem a bit rocky at the back for me. You know, they've still got the likes of Fonte, centre half. Just screams error to me. And there's always a chance that some of their players could flop, I think. But they've also got talents there, like old Diogo Jota there. Ronaldo, one of the greatest players of all time. Possibly one of his last ever chances at a major tournament. He's going to
probably will be, won't it? It's got to be.
He's going to want to grab that with both hands.
Oh, no, I think
Germany and
Felix as well. Felix, can we talk about Felix? What a fucking player he is, and he's only like 20 years old.
And Germany, of course, Germany have got a history on their side, really. They're good at these major tournaments. They play for the team rather than individuals. Manager's been there, seen it, done it. They've got good players: Serge Gnabry, Leroy Sané, Werner. Not your ideal striker, is he? Couldn't hit a barn door, but
he'll probably go and turn up.
We've said enough about him on the past.
He'll probably go and turn up now, won't he?
Their whole squad is pretty strong, I think, Germany.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit torn between Portugal and Germany, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna talk about the result, the game shortly, and like predict results. But the first game will mean everything. But yeah, like you said, I mean, they've even got like Kimmich and Goretzka. It's a hard one. Danny, are you in the same boat?
Pretty much echo what Lee just said. I just think if you ask me, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, it'd be Germany all day long. I just don't think Germany are the same team as they once were. And I just think Portugal got the slight better players. So realistically, I'm gonna have to agree with that group, to be honest with you, Dan. Again, I'm still a little bit torn between Portugal and Germany, but I think looking at the teams and based on the current form and the current players and what they're doing in their own individual leagues and stuff,
100%, yeah.
I think Portugal might just tip it for me to finish second, but definitely France. I'm going to quickly touch on France. For me, it's coming home, but realistically,
they're the team to look out for. I reckon it will be. I mean, obviously, we escaped them in the World Cup, didn't we? Like, we'd have faced them had we beaten Croatia, which is obviously a sore wound, but I don't think we'd have had it in us to beat them. I think they'd have completely annihilated us then, and even now, they're still as good, if not better. They've got Benzema back, like Lee said, and it's just making it even more of a worry for me because he's been brilliant this season, and he's so I feel like he's so underestimated, Benzema, because he's old. Like, there's been so many links with him going to the Premier League. I wish we'd have seen him there.
Mate.
He's just a joke of a player. But yeah, what about that stat about Giroud? I've got to touch on it, Danny, because you're obviously an Arsenal fan like myself. He's potentially going to be the all-time top scorer for France. What do you think of that? Cared? Care? No fucks given.
There's no guarantee he's going to be the all-time top scorer. He might not score another 5 goals.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I can't wait though, because we haven't really seen Mbappe for France, have we? Really? I mean, the guy's still so young.
Yeah. It's not just that as well. Like their defense, we haven't really touched on their defense. They've got Kimpembe, Hernandez, like
Pavard.
Lucas Digne, Pavard, and obviously Varane. It's even Varane, like Kurt Zuma, who is one of Chelsea's regulars, doesn't even get a look in. That just says it all for me. Like I think that
France's main weakness is their goalkeeper.
Yeah,
That's
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and I'm not even being harsh on like Lloris or even that Mike Maignan. He looks quite good. I know there's that he's sort of performed in his league, but yeah, Lloris is definitely probably the weakest out of them all. But the defense can help him out. Like when you've got defenders like that, it's different kettle, isn't it?
Yeah,
agreed. Your teams need to get a ball off them. To be fair.
Oh, here we go. Dom's on. I'm gonna guess. This is Dom from Rivalry Side TV. Some comment. Big up Rivalry Side TV. Go check them out if you haven't already. I think they did a Euros prediction themselves tonight. Don't come off of this, but make sure you go check it out. Let's move on to boys to the last pieces of the puzzle, shall we say? Actually, no. I think we're done them. Yeah, we're done them.
That's the groups. Yeah,
we have. Right, so we'll go third places. So you predict your best four. I'm going to be really harsh here. It's got to be Germany. I'm just going to pick perhaps Sweden. And who's the other? This is just off of... we won't go into the sort of quarters because that can sort of lead anywhere and we'll be here all night. But for me, the England situation is a worry because either way, we turn up against Portugal, France, or Germany, or Spain, or if we win that, we end up against them anyway. So I don't understand like where we're going to get that from there because we're going to have to play them sooner or later. That's the way I see it. And like you said, to get in the pond, you've got to beat the big fish. But we'll sort of go to the games that are happening. So in Group A, first off, we've got, well, it's tomorrow night, Italy, Turkey. We spoke about Turkey being a potential, not contender, but an underdog. What sort of result are you going to predict, Danny boy? Just off your head. Off
my head, I'm going to say 3-1 Italy.
3-1 Italy, right. Nice. Let me jot that down. 3-1 Italy. Okay. Kingham.
Who was it? Italy and who?
Turkey. First game, innit?
1-0 Italy.
1-0. Nice. Okay. And then Switzerland, Wales.
2-0 Switzerland.
Fucking hell. Switzerland to beat Wales 2-0. That's a good one. Right. For Danny, and then I'll give mine for those two.
2-1 Wales. 2-1 Wales. 2-1 Switzerland.
Yeah, I think Wales will get a goal, definitely. I'm going to go 2-1 Switzerland, and then I'm going to go 3-1 Italy, I think. Yeah, lovely. Group B is so boring. Belgium, Russia, and Denmark, Finland. Like, imagine having some sort of investment in that bloody group. I'll watch it, but Dom is coming out with some absolute horrendous stuff here. Look at this.
He's loving the word fromage tonight, isn't he?
Yeah, Dom, how many you had?
Too many.
Dean's made a good comment back here, actually. If we have Mings at the back front three, we'll rip them apart. Yeah, the thing is, Maguire's back in training. It's probably a blessing in disguise. Because I read a rumour that Southgate was going to try a back three with Shaw as a centre half.
Mate,
if that happens,
what Southgate's gonna
if that happens, I'll tell you what, we'll all be on the Acres Sunday. It won't be coming home.
He played there for United this year. Did pretty well.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't trust it.
You've still got to do 12 Jaegers anyway, then, boy.
Yeah. Italy win 2-1, Wales draw. Yeah, so we've got Belgium. So we got Belgium against Russia and Denmark, Finland. I think Belgium will comfortably win 3-0. Denmark will beat Finland 2-1. Kingham.
So I'm yawning.
It's a group Belgium, to yawn about, isn't it?
Belgium 3-0. Yeah, I'll back that.
Belgium 3-0, nice. Denmark, Finland, I just couldn't care less about. It's one of those games I couldn't. It's a bit embarrassing that these sort of games have happened, and
I'll
then
go
you
for
got
another 2-0. I think Denmark, Finland, another 2-0 Denmark.
Yep, nice one. Annie boy.
4-1 Belgium, 2-0 Denmark.
Bloody hell. Right. Netherlands, Ukraine, Austria. I don't even want to talk about this fucking group. I mean, I think they've got the easiest of groups here, like I touched on earlier. But like we said about Van Dijk, maybe that's a gap. Maybe that's a gap there for someone to take advantage. But Austria and North Macedonia, let's be real, they ain't going to do much. Ukraine, I think Lee said. Yeah, I don't want to predict it. Let's move on to the big fish. Predictions for Sunday. Let's talk about our game first. In fact, we're the first one up. England, Croatia. Let's just give a prediction. I mean, we all want us to win. I'm confident we will. I'm going with the fact that Scotland would be the tougher game. Look, Dean's gone for 3-1, and I'm going to back that.
Mate, England. You reckon England's going to go score 3 goals? Have you seen the way we
actually? Wait. Let me take this back. They
have still got Lovren at the back, mate. You never know.
Yeah. I see him. You see his interview earlier. Lovren saying
No.
Croatia are quite happy to be the underdogs. Of course you fucking are. You ain't going to be much more than that, are you? Like, let's be real. Like, they get to the semi-final, yeah, but how they even got there is embarrassing. The fact that they knocked us out of the World Cup is even more embarrassing. But yeah, Lottie's gone 2-1. Danny, what are you going for? You don't think we'll score 3 goals? How many do you think we're going to score?
Mate, just about to score a flipping penalty.
Friendlies are different, mate.
Mate, I hope this Sunday is much more exciting. I'm telling you.
It's different. It'll be a different. I think it depends on the lineup, and obviously the friendlies were different lineups to what we're going to see on Sunday. Yeah, I hope anyway.
But I'm going to go 1-0 England.
Yeah. Lee, Kingman Kingham.
Yeah, I'd echo what Lottie said. 2-1 England.
Yeah, it's got to be in it. And let's just bring this up while we're talking about England, because you know it needs to be brought up. I think this man, he's bringing it home. Number 8, the Gaz got in here. I think this is just putting yourself in for a real trouble, because if we get knocked out early, and he doesn't sort of play a big part, I don't know. I can see some slander heading his way.
I love the arrogance.
I like the arrogance and the confidence, of course. Man. Who doesn't? But to me, it's just putting big weight on your shoulders. That's the way I see it.
I was going to say, do you think he's feeling the pressure a little bit though? Of course.
I'll be honest. You just touched on Southgate, right? I don't even know if he's going to start. Knowing Southgate, he won't start him. I honestly would not be shocked.
On what Danny said, I think he's a young lad who's loving his football. You know, he's winning trophies left, right, centre.
Mate, yeah, he's a young lad.
He's loving life.
Go out there, enjoy yourself, and just show the world what you can do. Young lad, there's no pressure on him. He's young.
It's like Dean's just said here. Grealish should start, right? How do you play Grealish, Mount, and Foden? And let's be real, right? Let's be realistic right now. I'm not talking based on form. He's not going to drop Rashford and Sterling. There is no way, shape, or form they are both being dropped. Facts. And as much as we all hate it.
What you think Sterling will start?
I think one of them starting. I just think it's inevitable.
Sterling won't start.
I think Rashford will. I don't think Southgate has the bollocks to drop both of them. I mean, Rashford was just made bloody captain. He's got the biggest personality.
Sterling will not start Sunday.
I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can't see Southgate being that bold. I think it's a bold move to drop them both. And like I've heard on the radio this week, it may be a good time to play him. They've got a point to prove. They've had bad seasons, both of them. Rashford hasn't even been that bad, in fact. Sterling, yeah, massively. I don't think he's been as great as normal. But I think Sterling has a point to prove. So maybe playing him might be the best, because he might come on and, you know, he might have the summer he needs. There's a lot of talk of City ready to get rid of him. So if he has a blinder, they're not going to want to do that. Why would you want to leave the English champions? Where's he going to go? Abroad? I think he's still too young. I think he's got a couple of years left in the Premier League, so might be good for him.
Though? It must be honestly so hard for Southgate though. Like, you've got all these players sitting in front of you. You know how good they are, and you've got to pick
so much talent. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's a good comment from Dean. Let's hope Southgate backs Foden. Rice, Mount, and Grealish in midfield. Foden, Kane, Rashford up top. That's interesting.
That's what we'd all like. That's what we'd all like to see. I think.
Yeah.
Although I'd put Sterling in for Rashford, but
Czech Republic, Scotland. How do we think that's going to play out? I mean, this is obviously quite important to us, really, because there's only 3 games. This is the thing. You only get 3 games to play, so.
Yeah, so it's not like you've got to pay them twice.
Scrappy 1-1. Scrappy 1-1, I think.
I was literally about to say, King Man. I was going to go 1-1 as well.
Draw written all over, isn't it? I wouldn't be surprised if it was a 0-0. Spain, Sweden. Oh, that could be a good one. I'm going to say 2-0 Spain. Crappy game.
Yeah, comfortable. Very comfortable 3-0 for me.
Right.
1 Spain for me.
Yeah. Poland, Slovakia.
3-0 Poland.
Yeah, they'll comfortably. Slovakia. I don't even know who's in that bloody team, to be honest.
1-0 Poland.
1-0, yeah. They probably won't need to give it their all, will they? Because they know that they've got the strength.
They're not that good. They're not fucking well beaters. Let's think about it. It's Poland.
Yeah, definitely.
They might have Lewandowski, but they've still got to get the ball to him.
What an easy start for Portugal against Hungary. Fucking hell, like they're just going to be rinsing goal difference, I reckon.
Yeah, I was going to say, get the goal difference done and dusted, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to honestly go 3-1. I think there's going to be a scrappy goal from Hungary. I'm probably being harsh.
Hungary is going to score.
Yeah, I just think it'll be a crappy goal. I'm being different here because I know you boys are going to turn up and say 3-4-0. So,
2-0.
2-0, right? Lee,
I'll go 4-0.
Nice. Right. The big one, France versus Germany. I can't wait to watch this because I think this is make or break.
That is.
What date's that then, boy? France, Germany.
They're the last game, so I think that'll be the Tuesday probably.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I might let me check. I'm going to check while I'm on, but I'm pretty confident it's the last game because then Wednesday we roll over to the sort of new ones. Let me have a check now. But yes, I mean, I think if Germany don't get something out of that, even a goal would do him because it could come down to goal difference. You don't really know. Like no one knows, do they? Yeah, I'm just checking now. Tuesday, yeah. France, Germany, 8 o'clock, mate.
Nice.
But yeah, we'll sort of. I was going to go into like sort of stuff with what's going on with the management and stuff, but it's all about Euros at the moment. I don't really want to get into club business. I'll talk about that when Euros is over, and hopefully we're all in a happy place. But this is quite interesting to see. I wanted to bring this up because I was quite happy to see this. So leagues with most players at Euros 2020. Don't back me on this. I don't know how true this is. 118 players from the Premier League have been chosen. But look at that from the Championship. 31.
That's quite good for them.
Yeah, I know. Like, well, you look at that. They've got more than League 1, which to me is quite baffling considering. I mean,
Farmers
who's the best? Well, most teams sign their players from League 1, don't they? Like you look. Well, maybe not Liverpool. Arsenal seem to like the French league, and I know bloody Chelsea.
A high number of the Ukrainian PL there, but that's probably the whole of the Ukraine squad.
Yeah, actually, yeah, you might be right. But yeah, I think we've touched on all the groups. I think we've touched on all the results. We're going to all be together Sunday in the Crown. I hope you lot have a fabulous weekend and enjoy the Euros. Is there anything you two boys want to touch on before we wrap up?
Yeah, don't forget to wear your sun cream.
Yeah, that's probably a good one.
It's coming on.
Go on, Lee. Yeah, it is definitely coming on. Just a few comments from Dean. Dean, you've been locked in all the time, mate. I know we're going to have a beer over the Euros, so I look forward to that. Hope you enjoy the weekend, buddy. France 4-1. Championship is
big shout.
Going to be Scotland, Wales, Slovakia, etc. Yeah, most likely, mate. Most likely. I can see a lot of people are starting to tune in as we've wrapped up, but make sure you hit the like button and do go and watch it back. It's been a good chat. Everyone that's tuned in, thank you very much. And we're going to be back.
The boys on Sunday.
Yeah, get behind the boys. Get the shirt on. Get the shirt on. Oh, here we go. Actually, yeah, that is one thing. That is one thing we haven't gone over. Thank you, Dom. It's probably the best thing you've ever done. So we'll before it. I don't know what he's on about. Talk shit, this boy, didn't he?
I don't even know who that is.
No, I don't either. I'm gonna have to Google him in a second. But I want to get like. So I'm gonna get some things from you. So I want to get your predicted winner. I think we're all gonna be. If we don't say England, we're gonna say France. But any Are any of you going to sort of surprise me there?
No. France.
Right. France. Yo, I think it is going to come home. I honestly do. But Danny?
Obviously, I want it to, but
Yeah, I honestly, I've got faith this year.
It's hard to look past them.
Come on, Dan.
Come on.
England.
We've got all night, boys.
England.
I think it's going to be, France.
Right. Overperformers of the tournament.
I think mine.
I've already said mine technically. Mine is Scotland.
I think this was the one I couldn't pick earlier. I'm going to go with Turkey.
Great shout. Dan Boy.
Overperformers. This one's a hard one. This one's the hardest one.
Definitely.
Dom, are you saying that for overperformers? I'm guessing. If you're saying that for the winners, then I am more baffled than I've ever been. But I think
flops.
Yeah, I think they'll be like, yeah. What would you say? Sorry, Danny, mate. I'm getting distracted by Dobbs' outrageous comments.
It's a bold shot, but I'm going to go with Spain.
Overperformers, Spain. Are they? Yeah, I suppose they will be because a lot of people are expecting them to be down because of the squad they've got. Right, the opposite, underperformance.
Scotland.
Wow, you just hate Scotland, don't you, Lee?
I hate Scotland. Sorry if there's any
I'm
Scottish
not gonna
viewers here, but I fucking hate you.
I think the ones who are going to be shit. Wales, I don't think they're going to turn up. But if I'm going to pick Matt, like one of the big teams to underperform, it's going to be Netherlands. I've already said it a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, to be fair, I've said underperformers. I've said underperformers Spain, just because they've got the squad to go far, but I don't think they're going to this year.
I think you could pick the team out of who's going to go out in that group of death as well, because whoever finishes third is going to be classed as the underperformer because they haven't gone through. So I think Portugal or Germany could be classed in that.
Right, dark horse.
Mine's the Italians. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've all got the same one there. And then player of the tournament. This is a tough one.
God, this
golden. Let's just say golden boot because technically golden boot will be player of the tournament.
Do both. No,
okay, player of the tournament. I'm gonna go Benzema. I'm going to stick to what I've said. I think he's going to come back because it'll be his last one. Really, he's getting old, and I think he'll come back, shine, and sort of do a job for France. And then golden boot. Am I going to be realistic? I'm going to say Kane because he's in a shop window. I'm going to say golden boot Kane.
Player. I'm going to go Mbappe. I think he's going to line it up. Golden boot, I'm going to say Lukaku. I'd like to throw another one.
Look at that.
Yeah, Dean's agreed with me. Love that, Dean. I think you should throw another one in there as like player you're not expecting to do well but does.
So underdog player, basically.
Yeah, like unsung hero. And I think I would throw in Yuri Tielemans for that. What
a shout. Yeah, to be fair, he's incredible, isn't he? He's Lottie's tuned in, and while I was on Lottie's chat the other night, we were channel Cannon Chatter, go check it out, guys. I'm going to be back with him next week as well. Great show. But yeah, we were talking about Tielemans. He's just a different kettle of fish, and I think he provides something different to what other Leicester players do. And yeah, he's phenomenal for he's just part of a big midfielder, isn't he? That's the thing. Like, and he still stands out. But Danny, I'll go to you first. I've got to think about this one. Lee's thrown me in the deep end here.
I'm just trying to think of my my player of the tournament.
Yeah.
I think Kane will be top scorer only because, like you said, Dan, he's in the market and he knows where the goal is.
Mm-hmm.
It's as simple as that.
Set pieces and that as well, isn't it?
And I'm going to agree.
Is that 4 goals he's going to score against Scotland?
Yeah, I think Mbappe. I think Mbappe. I cannot wait to watch this guy.
Yeah,
I really does hope he turns up and apart from if he plays England, I hope he's injured and.
I mean, yeah, shots fired already. We've got a long way to go to that. I don't think we reach him till like the final or at least the semis. So yeah, but I think I agree with that. I think Mbappe is. So are you going Mbappe player of the tournament, Kane Golden Boot or not?
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, that's a good shout. Underdog's a tough one for me.
Underdog's very hard.
I might just say John McGinn, Scotland, to piss Danny off.
I'll tell you, he's a good shout out we ain't mentioned at all tonight. He's Kante. I think he could have a.
Is he an underdog? No, he's expected to be good though.
Nah, but maybe as one of the players of the tournament. I think he could be right up there.
Yeah, if Spain win it, if France win it, I think it'll be a case of a midfield, definitely. Underdog, this is so hard. Underdog player, underdog team was quite easy, but underdog player, I don't
think of a shit player.
That's
pretty much
like an unsung hero, does the dirty work, doesn't get the headlines as much, but will get it at the end.
I'm gonna go Gundogan. I'm gonna go Gundogan for Germany. In case, you never know. I think if Germany succeed, he might have a little impact. And he looked good the other night in their friendlies. Yeah. So who knows?
I'm going to go with Timo Werner then.
Timo, oh God, yeah, get off this channel. Get off this channel. Thing is, he's not an underdog. He's not an underdog. If anything,
he's not an underdog. He's fucking.
If anything, he's delivering to what he should have done all season. He should have just done
I
this.
think he can be classed as an underdog because let's be real.
Yeah, because he's been shit. He's been shit. Yeah, but he shouldn't be. Oh no. I'll tell you what. I don't know.
He probably can't his own misses.
Oh my God. Dean's gone with Pickford. I'm guessing for player of the tournament. We'll love that, mate.
Maybe he's underdog.
Great shout, Lee. Oh, Ingle's in with us. Big up, Ingle. Thanks for tuning in. Who was the underdog team? So I think for underdog, I went with Scotland. Danny obviously didn't. But rather than telling you, actually, go back and have a look, mate. Go check it out. That's what I'm going to say.
I've got a last one for you, boys. The most clean sheets.
Won't be Pickford. I'm going to say Germany. I'm going to say Germany because I think they're going to have to park the bus.
No chance. I'm tempted to say Netherlands because their group's so fucking easy.
Who's their fucking keeper?
I don't know, but they've got an easy group, didn't they? North Macedonia.
No, I didn't. But we're talking entire competition. We're talking entire competition. Oh my God, their keepers are Tim Krul, Stekelenburg from Ajax, and Marco Bizzard.
Tim Krul.
No, I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go.
I'm going to Italy. I've always been sound defensively.
Dean's got a great shout here with Belgium because they've got some great keepers. So they're probably the most, and they've got an easy group. Like, let's be real. If Belgium do as good as they should against the teams that they're up against, they should fly. They've got Mignolet and Courtois. So, and they've got an incredible
Belgium. They've got a great squad, but is it Martinez still the manager? I don't rate him.
I like him. I'd have him at Arsenal, but then I'd have anyone at Arsenal.
Most easy for me. I've got rid of Dean is Belgium, 100%.
Yeah,
I think if stick with Italy.
Oh, very interesting. I think we're just all trying to be different, aren't we? I just don't want to say the same thing as everyone.
It's not going to be England.
Yes, I can't see it. I think we'll probably. I'm hoping Sunday's an easy game, but I've got a feeling we're going to do what we do best and make it difficult for ourselves. I just don't want to
have the most fouled player in the tournament. That's for sure.
Grealish is going to get absolutely demolished. We've already seen it in friendlies. I do feel sorry for him though because it's his first proper competition and he's already getting completely twatted by every player. So you imagine what Scotland are going to be like.
Mind you, Scotland now they're playing as well. He likes a bit of on the floor.
Oh, that's what I'm not going to enjoy watching Portugal or Bruno Fernandes. Oh,
definitely
the most irritating. I hope we don't have to play them. If we have to play Portugal at any point, it's going to drive.
Well, yeah. If we win and they come second, which I think most of us went for, I think we all went for, then we'll be playing them next round, which that'll
be a horrible game.
Fernandes and Ronaldo up against the likes of hopefully it'll be Stones and Maguire. That's the best bet we can hope for. Anyone that's tuned in, I hope you've enjoyed. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe as always. Boys, thank you for coming on. But yeah, we're going to be back next week talking about the games we've discussed and the pre for the derby, England, Scotland, which will be on the next day. Let's have it. Let's hope it comes home.
I'm nervous for that one.
I'm going to have to say it. We move.
Bring on the operations. We move.
We move.